How's it going, humans? In this episode, my flooring finally arrived! But it didn't all arrive. So let's find out if this is going to cause a problem. Spoiler alert, it does. Okay, so here's the story on the hardwood flooring. I had ordered this from Home Depot at the end of November, and the ETA said between 3 to 14 days for arrival. So after 14 days had passed and I didn't have any word of where my hardwood flooring was, let alone a tracking number on the online system, I then got in touch with Home Depot to find out where my floors might be. Now, this took another 3 weeks for them to, 1, find my floors, 2, provide me with a tracking number, and 3, actually get them to me. When they arrived, the one box was torn open, and I discovered that I was actually missing about 2.5 square feet of product, which, I bought 5 boxes, and each box is about 24 square feet. So that ends up being about 10% of one box was not there. Now, most of this was due to just offcut differences and being short, half a square foot in one box and a quarter square foot in another box. But the one box that was opened, or torn open, or broken open, or something like that, as you can see, was missing 1.5 square feet of flooring. So again, this doesn't seem like a lot, but when you add it all up, it can become an issue, as I learned the hard way. So since I had had issues from the beginning with this order, and with it getting shipped and tracked, and Home Depot taking weeks to actually figure out where it was, it actually came from Tennessee. So because of all these delays and missing product, I was able to negotiate with them for a refund of about a quarter of the product that I bought. So let that be a lesson. If you're buying stuff from a big box store, definitely inspect your product. Definitely, make sure you are getting everything that you're paying for and that they are holding up to their side of the bargain. They said my product would be here between, 3 to 14 days. It took 5 weeks, which caused quite a few delays in this project and was really just a pain. So that's the story of the hardwood flooring, in case you were interested. If you weren't interested, look at how beautiful this hardwood flooring is once it's installed. Because I will say, the saving grace of this is the fact that this hickory hardwood is absolutely gorgeous. It is incredible, and I will buy it again because it is so pretty. I'll just make sure that I have, an extra month of lead time built in and not trust their ETA or the fact that I'll get everything that I ordered. Lessons learned. So with the floors now all taken care of, and let me say, thankfully taken care of, I'm so glad that I had just enough scrap and offcut to shamble together that closet. It was time to take care of the baseboard and get that slapped on. So 2 tricks with baseboard is 1, know where your cuts are going to be and hide them behind the furniture. So I know that the cabinets that I've made are going into these corners and you're never going to see the cuts on these baseboards. So it's going to be great and invisible. You'll never know that they're there, which also means maybe you don't need to do a nice fancy cut and join them very well. You could be lazy, why not? So the other thing I'm doing is putting this wax paper from the hardwood flooring underneath the baseboard to see if this will help with not needing to clean up and tape as much when I paint. So we'll see later if that worked. I think it will. Million IQ? 1 million IQ idea coming at you. For free, yeah. So with the baseboard almost done, I ran into one little thing that I wanted to take care of before I slapped the baseboard around the door. And that was the hinge point for the door. So I'm gonna be putting a solid wood door on here, and this just isn't gonna hold. So filled the gaps with some nice hard maple, glued it and nailed it in place. And this is gonna just give a really, really nice, solid mounting point for my hinges for a really heavy door that I'm gonna be installing very soon. So with that all done, everything got a coat of paint, or actually two coats of paint. Decided to match the trim and the baseboard to the color of the walls, which was a first. Never done this before. And I love the way that it turned out. Everything just blends, and I feel it really adds to the vibe of this room. Oh, and my little paint trick with the wax paper. I give it a 7 out of 10. It worked pretty good. The baseboard was a little tight on top of it, so it was a little hard to pull out, but it did its job. It was okay. It was okay. Mediocre. Maybe would do it again. Now it's finally time to do the thing that you guys have been waiting for me to do for many, many videos if you've been following along. And that's actually get this cabinet put in the room. But before I can hook it all together, I need to figure out these legs. So I bought these legs because I liked the way they looked. But the thread pitch on the bolt on the leg didn't match the thread pitch for the mounting brackets that I could find. So that was unfortunate. So I had to take them all apart and put in new bolts and get those all, jerry-rigged into place. I could get them thrown onto the cabinets, start getting everything basically level, and then figure out how to Tetris this into place. So here's the situation. I have these two uppers, and they're like all the way up to the ceiling almost. And then I have this cross piece that needs to go between those two uppers. So that's the situation. And I think I came up with a pretty ingenious way to solve this problem, because doing this by yourself is totally recommended. 100% recommended to do this yourself. Now, I was smart, kind of, when I built these cabinets, and I made those little ledges for the upper to sit on. So with one cabinet slid back, I was able to lift and pivot the upper into place and just slowly slide back the other cabinet to hold it for me. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty proud of myself on this one. I definitely thought I was gonna need to phone a friend, but got it done. I didn't die. So now the task was to get the legs leveled, and now I could get the cabinets bolted together and get this whole thing secured to the wall. So after checking my level one more time and doing some last minute leg adjustments, the last thing I had to do was get these cabinet doors finished and installed. So had a little sanding, a little priming, a little painting to take care of, and then I just threw on some simple hinges, just really basic hardware, because I'm a simple guy and, it's easy. So there we go. The floors are in, the cabinets are done, the cabinets are in! And if you remember when I made them, I left this one back panel off this cabinet because I had to be able to get in and get to this electrical outlet. So, there it is, right there, like I said. Sometimes planning ahead works out. So thanks for checking out this video. I have a lot more coming in this studio renovation. Like, I need a couch to put between these cabinets. And I think we need to make a register cover and shelves. Definitely the most pretty shelves that I have ever made. So all of those are still to come. So thanks for hanging around and checking it out. And, maybe subscribe if you've made it this far. And sometimes I do funny things. And like try and touch my toes. I'm not very good at it. Oh, there we go. I got him. So I'm just going to sit on the floor for a while. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Catch you next time.